My beloved child, stop what you are doing and listen closely, for I am speaking directly to you right now. Do not scroll, do not delay, and do not let this moment pass you by. You have prayed for a sign. You have begged for clarity. You have wept in silence, asking me if I still hear you. And now I come to answer. This is not just another word floating through the noise of your day. This is the divine interruption you have been waiting for, the whisper from heaven that carries the weight of eternity. If you turn away, if you ignore it, you risk missing the very moment that could shift everything in your life. I speak to you with urgency, with love that burns too deeply to stay silent, and with authority that cannot be shaken. My child, this is your appointed time. You have cried out for change, asking me when the pain would lift, when the confusion would clear, when the chains would break. You thought perhaps I was distant, perhaps I was delaying, perhaps I had turned my face away. But hear me now. I have been here all along. Every tear that fell in the dark was collected by my hand. Every wordless prayer grown from your heart reached my throne. Not a moment has escaped my sight, and not a cry hath been ignored. I tell you this because right now you are standing at a threshold. This is not an ordinary moment. It is holy, set apart, divinely orchestrated. You may feel as though you stumbled here by chance, that this message found you randomly, but I tell you there are no accidents in my kingdom. You are here because I planned it before time began. You are here because I am answering what you thought was forgotten. And you are here because the shift you have longed for is closer than your next breath. Do not treat this lightly, my beloved. Do not scroll past thinking it is just another voice in the crowd. I place these words before you at this exact second because your spirit has been crying out for them. You are weary. You are burdened. You have been battling silently in ways no one else sees. People may think they know your struggles, but only I know the depth of them. Only I know how heavy the nights have felt, how endless the waiting has seemed, how fragile your heart has become under the weight of disappointment. And yet, you are still here. You did not give up. You did not let go of the last thread of hope, even when it felt invisible. And because you held on, even weakly, I am here now to tell you that the waiting has not been wasted. The silence was not abandonment. The delay was not denial. It was preparation, and now the moment has arrived. But hear me again. This moment requires your attention. It requires your decision. Do not make excuses. Do not say, I will listen later. Do not convince yourself that you have more time, for time is not promised. My child, I am truly sorry for the pain you have carried, for the long nights where you felt forsaken, for the unanswered questions that tormented you. I did not delight in your suffering. I wept with you. I carried you when you did not realize it was my strength holding you up. And now, because I love you too much to let you remain where you are, I am calling you with urgency. This is the moment that could shift everything. If you delay, if you walk away, if you push this aside, you risk missing the very blessing you prayed for. Do you understand the weight of what I am saying? I am not speaking of a small opportunity. I am speaking of breakthrough. I am speaking of doors opening that no man can shut. I am speaking of healing flowing where pain once reigned. I am speaking of restoration in places you thought were permanently broken. This is not a light matter. This is destiny knocking at the door of your heart. My beloved, I know how tired you are. I know how often you have felt unseen. I know the whispers of doubt that have told you that nothing will ever change, that you are destined to struggle, that perhaps you are forgotten. But those are lies, and I come now to expose them. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not invisible to me. You are my chosen one, my precious child, my beloved creation. I formed you with my own hands. I wrote your story with my own breath, and I have carried you every step of the way. You may not see the full picture yet, but what I am unfolding now will reveal why the pain had to precede the promise. It will reveal why the silence had to teach you to hear my whisper. It will reveal why the waiting shaped you to carry the weight of blessing that is now being released. Say, I rest in your promises if you're holding on to His word. So I urge you, do not harden your heart in this moment. Do not let distraction steal what I am speaking. The enemy would love nothing more than for you to dismiss this as ordinary, to scroll away and miss the very word that could unlock your breakthrough. But I will not let you go without pleading with you now. Stay. Listen. Receive. Do not delay. What is coming is too precious to lose. What I am about to do in your life is too great to overlook. This is the moment you have been asking me for, though you may not have recognized how it would come. It has not come in the form you expected, but it has come in the form you need. I am speaking directly into your spirit. I am calling directly into your heart. And I will not stop until you realize this message is for you. Not for someone else, not for another time, not for a vague idea of the future. It is for you. Right here. Right now. Do not wait, my child. Every excuse you make, every thought that says later, every hesitation, those are the very things that have tried to hold back your destiny. I am breaking those chains now. I am silencing those lies now. I am cutting away the distractions that tried to blind you from my hand. And I am saying, listen to me because I am about to do something new. Do you not perceive it? It is already springing forth. It is already rising from the ashes of what you thought was lost. It is already breaking through the soil of delay and disappointment. The shift is happening even as you hear my words. Your heart is stirring because it recognizes the truth. Your spirit is trembling because it knows this is divine. That is my spirit bearing witness within you. Do not quench it. Do not run from it. Do not hide. Today, listen. Receive. My child, I tell you again with love and with urgency, do not scroll. Do not delay. This is the moment you prayed for. This is the moment heaven has written for you. And if you walk away, you may miss the very answer you have longed for. Stay with me. Hear every word. Let this truth sink into your heart like fire and water at once, burning away the lies, refreshing the dry places, and filling you with life again. This is the beginning of something new. And it starts with your decision to listen right now. My beloved child, hear me now, for I speak with the voice of one who has walked beside you through every season of your life. I have seen you when no one else was watching. I have watched every hidden moment, every night, when you lay awake staring into the darkness, wondering if anyone understood the weight you were carrying. I have seen the tears that slipped silently down your cheeks when you thought no one noticed. I was there when your heart ached so deeply that words could not form, when prayers rose only a size too heavy to explain. And I tell you, not one of those moments escaped my notice. I gathered every tear as treasure, every cry as a sacred prayer, every weary breath as a testimony of your endurance. Do not think for a second that I was distant. I was closer than the very heartbeat within your chest. I was holding you when you felt as though you were falling apart. You may feel as though the world overlooked you, as though the people you trusted could not see the depth of your struggle. Some walked away. Some failed to understand. Others dismissed your pain because they could not perceive its weight. But I, the Lord your God, never turned my face from you. I never grew weary of your questions, never grew tired of your weakness, never recoiled from your brokenness. Instead, I leaned in closer. When others could not see you, I saw every detail of your soul. I knew the battles you were fighting silently. I knew the heaviness you carried in public while pretending to be strong. I knew the loneliness that wrapped itself around you like a cold blanket in the night. You thought you were unseen, but you were always fully known. My beloved, you have wondered often if your prayers even reached me. You questioned if your words evaporated into empty air, unanswered and unheard. You thought perhaps I was silent because I was indifferent. But I tell you now, I have heard every single cry. I listened when you whispered prayers from your pillow soaked in tears. I listened when you cried out in your car, when you let your soul unravel behind closed doors. Even when no sound left your lips, I heard the unspoken words that poured from your spirit. And not only did I hear, I responded, though not always in the way or time you expected. You see only fragments, but I see the whole. While you thought nothing was moving, I was shifting circumstances in ways unseen. While you thought the heavens were silent, I was orchestrating answers you could not yet recognize. My timing may not have matched your longing, but my love has never failed to respond. Do you not know that you are precious to me? You question your worth because of what you have endured. You look at yourself through the lens of failure, rejection, or delay. But I see you through the lens of love. I see the one I created with intention before the foundations of the world were laid. I see the child I knit together with purpose in the hidden place of the womb. I see the masterpiece I crafted, not by mistake, not by accident, but with care, precision, and delight. I see you not as broken beyond repair, but as chosen, cherished, and held. Every scar tells a story of survival. Every wound reveals a place where my grace has sustained you. You are not forgotten, not overlooked, not cast aside. You are mine, and nothing, no failure, no rejection, no darkness can erase the mark of my love upon your life. I have watched you carry burdens too heavy for your shoulders, and I wept with you. I saw when betrayal pierced your heart like a sword, when trust was shattered and you were left wondering if love was safe. I saw when promises made to you were broken, when the people you relied on let you down, when the foundation beneath you shook until you feared it would crumble completely. In those moments, you felt abandoned. You thought no one cared enough to hold you together. But I was there, my child. I was the one who kept your mind from breaking, your spirit from collapsing, your life from unraveling. Though you could not always feel me, my hand never released you. Even when you thought you stood alone, it was my strength that kept you upright. Even when you whispered, "I cannot go on," it was my breath that filled your lungs for another day. You asked why the road had to be so hard, why the pain seemed endless, why the waiting stretched longer than you could bear. And though I will show you in time the purpose behind every trial, know this even now, none of it was wasted. Every tear watered the soil of your destiny. Every battle forged strength within you that nothing else could produce. Every delay refined you, shaping you into someone who could carry the blessing I am about to release. You thought your prayers went unanswered, but they were being stored for an appointed time. You thought your dreams had died, but I was protecting them until the season when you would be ready to receive them. I have not forgotten a single word you prayed. I have not overlooked a single longing of your heart. I have written them all into my plan, and I will fulfill them in ways greater than you imagined. Please support our channel, since our heartfelt goal is to bring joy into your life and help you walk in devotion and reverence toward God. And if these messages uplift you, you can kindly support us through the Super Thanks button down below. I tell you again, with the weight of my eternal truth, I have seen every hidden moment, every night of despair, every question that rose in the silence. I was there. And because I was there, you were never truly abandoned. My presence surrounded you even when your heart felt empty. My love sustained you even when you doubted it existed. You matter to me, my beloved child. Your worth is not in question. Your life is not meaningless. Your struggles are not overlooked. This message you are hearing is not for the crowd, not for the masses, but for you. It is my personal assurance that I see you, I know you, and I love you beyond measure. And now, hold these words close, for they are not random. They are the answer to your heart's secret cry. You wanted to know if I was still with you. I am. You wanted to know if I still had a plan for your life. I do. You wanted to know if your pain had a purpose, and does. And you wanted to know if you mattered enough for me to speak directly to you. You do. This is your confirmation. This is your sign. This is the proof that you are not forgotten. I am speaking now because you needed to be reminded. You are fully seen, fully known, and fully loved. My beloved child, I want you to understand something very important about the season you have walked through. The trials you faced, the storms that seemed relentless, the nights that stretched so long they felt endless, none of it was punishment. Hear me clearly. I was not punishing you. I was preparing you. The shaking that has touched your life was not meant to destroy you, but to refine you, to purify your soul, to strip away what could not go with you into the next chapter I have written for you. You have often asked me, why, Lord? Why so much pain? Why so much loss? Why so much silence? And I know those questions have been heavy in your heart. I have seen how you struggled to reconcile my love with the chaos around you. You thought perhaps I had turned my back, that I was angry with you, that maybe you had failed in some way that brought all this hardship upon you. But child, hear me with all the love and urgency of a father's heart. I never abandoned you. I never forsook you. What you endured was not a sign of my displeasure, but of my preparation. A tree grows strong not in gentle breezes, but in the winds of a storm. Its roots push deeper when the ground is shaken, and its trunk becomes unyielding because it had to stand against pressure. So it is with you. The storms you endured pushed your roots deeper into me. They tore away the shallow foundations you once relied on and forced you to cling to what is eternal. They exposed the weaknesses that would have crumbled later and strengthened the parts of you that needed to endure. Though the winds howled, they did not break you, because I held you. Though the fire burned, it did not consume you, because I stood in it with you. And though the waters rose, they did not sweep you away, because my hand sustained you. You see only the suffering, but I see the strength it has produced in you. I see the patience you did not have before, the resilience you never thought possible, the faith that has been tested and refined like gold in the fire. I see the compassion that grew in your heart because of what you endured, the tenderness that now allows you to understand the pain of others in ways you could not have before. I see how the trials strip away illusions, false comforts, and shallow securities, leaving you anchored only in me. What the enemy meant for evil, I have turned for good. What was meant to crush you, I used to mold you. What was meant to silence you, I used to awaken your voice. Child, remember this: shaking is never comfortable. It unsettles everything you thought was stable. It makes you question what can be trusted. It reveals cracks and weaknesses you did not know were there. But the shaking is not cruel, it is necessary. It reveals what is unshakable. It proves what is real. It draws a line between what can endure and what must fall away. In your life, I allowed shaking so that only what was truly from me would remain. The false identities, the false hopes, the false dependencies, they had to crumble so that your foundation could be rebuilt on truth. That is why some relationships ended, why certain opportunities closed, why doors slammed shut even when you thought they were good. I was not robbing you. I was protecting you. I was making sure that what stands in your life now is what will carry you forward. You may still grieve what was lost, but I tell you the truth. Nothing was taken from you that I cannot restore in greater measure. Nothing died that I cannot resurrect. Nothing fell apart that I cannot rebuild stronger and more beautiful. Do not see the ruins as the end, for they are the soil where new life will spring forth. Do not see the ashes as waste, for they are the ground from which I will bring beauty. Do not see the broken pieces as useless, for I am the potter who reshapes them into something greater than before. Yes, the season of shaking has been painful. Yes, it has left scars, but those scars are not marks of defeat. They are testimonies of survival. They are proof that you endured what should have destroyed you. They are signs of battles fought and victories won. And every scar will shine with glory when my purposes are revealed in your life. Do not despise them. Do not hide them. They are part of the story I am writing, a story that will inspire others, a story that will reveal my faithfulness in the midst of suffering. My beloved, you are entering into a new season, but do not forget what you learned in the shaking. Do not forget how it taught you to trust me when nothing made sense. Do not forget how it showed you that my presence was enough even when every earthly support was gone. Do not forget how it revealed your strength not because of who you are alone, but because of who I am in you. These lessons are treasures, not burdens. They will serve you in the days to come. They will anchor you when new storms arise. They will remind you that if I sustained you before, I will sustain you again. So, my child, do not be afraid of the word shaking. Do not see it as punishment. See it as preparation. I'm aligning you with my will. I am stripping away what hinders. I am sharpening your discernment. I am deepening your faith. You are stronger now because of what you endured, even if you do not fully see it yet. Soon you will realize that what once shook you cannot shake you anymore. Soon you will see that you stand firmer, walk bolder, and trust deeper because of what I have brought you through. Comment, you are my light, Jesus, if he led you out of darkness. And know this above all, I never wasted a single tear. I never wasted a single trial. Every moment of pain was woven into a tapestry of purpose. Every loss was used to prepare you for greater gain. Every battle was shaping you for greater victory. The season of shaking was not the end of your story, it was the beginning of transformation. And now, because you endured, you are ready for what comes next. My beloved child, listen closely, for what I am about to tell you carries the weight of eternity. The season of shaking is not where your story ends. You have endured the storms. You have carried the weight of trials, and now you stand at the threshold of something new. This very moment is a turning point in your life. The heavens are shifting, the ground beneath your feet is being prepared, and the atmosphere around you is changing. What once felt closed will open. What once felt bound will be released. What once seemed impossible will unfold before your very eyes. The waiting has been long, but now the turning has come. Child, I declare to you, the chains are breaking. The doors are opening. The miracles are beginning to unfold even now. You may not see the fullness yet, but it is already happening in the unseen. While you thought nothing was moving, I was aligning pieces, shifting circumstances, and preparing the way. Every delay you experienced was not denial, it was divine timing. Every prayer you thought unanswered was stored for this appointed season. Every dream you thought forgotten was being preserved for the exact moment it could flourish. And that moment, my child, is now. Do you feel the stirring in your spirit? That unease, that trembling within your heart, it is the witness of my spirit confirming that change is upon you. You asked me when the answers would come, when the doors would open, when the burden would lift, and I tell you, the time is now. You are stepping into a season where my promises will be fulfilled in ways that will leave you in awe. The breakthrough you thought was delayed is arriving. The blessing you thought was withheld is being poured out. The victory you thought was distant is closer than your very breath. Beloved, I have seen your faithfulness in the waiting. I have seen how you clung to hope even when everything around you seemed hopeless. I have seen how you continued to whisper prayers even when you doubted if they mattered. I have seen how you endured quietly, choosing to believe when it would have been easier to give up. And now I say to you, not one moment was wasted. Not one tear fell in vain. Not one prayer was ignored. I have stored them all, and I am releasing the answers in this season. You will see doors swing open that no man can shut. Opportunities you thought were lost will return in greater measure. Relationships that were broken will be restored with deeper love and stronger trust. Provision will flow where there was once lack. Healing will spring forth where there was once pain. Joy will rise in the very places where sorrow has lived. This is the turning point, my child, the shift from despair to hope, from loss to abundance, from silence to songs of praise. Do not measure this moment by what your eyes see. Trust what your spirit knows. For I am moving in ways beyond your understanding. The walls that stood before you are crumbling. The obstacles that blocked you are being removed. The delays that frustrated you are being redeemed. You thought you were forgotten, but I was simply preparing you for more than you asked for. You thought I was withholding, but I was actually protecting. You thought I was silent, but I was working in the depths of places you could not see. Beloved, I am telling you this so you do not miss it. This is not a time to doubt. This is not a time to shrink back in fear. This is not a time to hesitate. This is the time to step forward in faith, to believe that what I promised is being fulfilled, to open your heart fully to what I am releasing. Do not let unbelief rob you of your blessing. Do not let fear silence your song. Do not let doubt hold you captive any longer. The shift is happening right now, and your response determines how fully you will step into it. I have heard your cry for clarity, and so I speak it plainly. You are entering into a new season. The waiting season has ended, and the season of fulfillment has begun. The wilderness is behind you, and the promised land is before you. The closed doors of yesterday no longer define your tomorrow. I'm doing a new thing in you, around you, and through you. Can you not perceive it? It is springing forth even now. So lift your head, my beloved child. Do not bow under the weight of yesterday any longer. Do not live chained to the disappointments of the past. Do not carry the belief that you were overlooked. You were never overlooked, you were preserved. You were never denied, you were prepared. You were never forsaken, you were held. And now, because you endured, you are ready to receive the abundance I have stored for you. Take courage, for the turning has come. Take hope, for the doors are opening. Take joy, for the miracles are unfolding. And know this, what I begin, I complete. What I open, no one can shut. What I release, no power of darkness can steal. This is your turning point, and nothing will ever be the same again. My beloved child, I must speak to you now with urgency and seriousness, for there is a warning that you cannot afford to ignore. What I am saying to you is not casual. It is not optional. It is not something you can put aside and return to later, because later is not promised. Right now, in this very moment, you are standing in a holy intersection between what has been and what is to come. If you scroll past, if you turn away, if you brush these words off as coincidence, you risk missing the very breakthrough that you have prayed for. Do not be deceived into thinking this is just another passing message. I orchestrated this moment. I placed these words before your eyes, and I stirred your heart to listen, because I love you too much to let you walk past the answer I am sending. If you delay, if you say, I'll deal with this tomorrow, you are allowing the enemy to steal what I am placing in your hands today. The adversary wants nothing more than to distract you right now. You will whisper, this isn't for you. This doesn't matter. You can come back to it later. But those are lies. Lies designed to pull you away from my voice. Lies meant to keep you chained in the same cycles I came to break. Hear me, hesitation is costly. Doubt is dangerous. Distraction is deadly to destiny. When I speak, it is not to entertain you, it is to align you. When I call, it is not to waste your time, it is to rescue you. If you ignore this call, you risk wandering longer in the wilderness that was never meant to hold you. You risk carrying chains that I am ready to break. You risk living beneath the blessing I have already written into your future. Do not let that happen, my beloved. Do not miss your appointed hour. The enemy knows what I am about to release in your life. He senses the breakthrough that is near. That is why he will do everything in his power to draw your attention away from this message. He will whisper doubt into your mind. This can't be real. This isn't really God speaking. You're imagining it. You will stir fear in your heart. What if you trust and are disappointed again? What if nothing changes? What if you're not worthy? He will use the voices of others, even well-meaning ones, to sow confusion, to tell you that you're overthinking, that you should just move on. But I tell you the truth. You are not overthinking. You are not imagining this. You are not unworthy. This is me. I am speaking to you, and you must act now. You may think you can wait for a more convenient time, but child, the appointed time is now. The blessing is being poured out now. The breakthrough is being released now. The shift is happening now. If you hesitate, If you turn your eyes away, you risk stepping out of alignment with what I am doing. The window will not remain open forever. That is why I am pleading with you in this moment. Stay, listen, and respond. Do not let fear paralyze you. Do not let doubt silence you. Do not let distraction pull you away. You ask, what do I need to do? I tell you, trust me. Believe me. Step forward in faith. Let go of the bitterness, the fear, the hesitation, and the excuses that have held you back. Release the lies that have told you you are not enough. Shake off the weight of past failures. Step out of the prison of self-doubt. This is not the time to shrink back, it is the time to rise. It is the time to declare, even with trembling hands and weary heart, that you will trust me, you will believe my word, and you will step into what I am opening before you. Beloved, I know the battle in your mind is strong. I know how loud the whispers of the enemy can be, but my voice is stronger. My truth is louder. My promises are sure. When the enemy tells you you are unworthy, remember that I called you worthy with my blood. When he tells you nothing will change, remember that I am the God who makes all things new. When he tells you it's too late, remember that I am the God who redeems time and restores what was lost. Do not let his lies steal your blessing. Stand on my word. Hold tightly to my promises. Believe what I am saying now, for it is truth, and it will not fail. I say this again so it sinks deeply into your spirit. If you scroll past, if you walk away, you may miss the very moment you prayed for. You may miss the blessing you have been asking me about for years. You may miss the answer that has finally arrived. Do not let that happen. Do not let this moment slip through your fingers. I am here. I am speaking. I am moving. And I am asking you to respond with faith. Trust me, my child. Believe me. Take the step I am asking you to take. Say yes to me now. For every yes you give me, I will pour out blessings you cannot contain. For every step of obedience, I will release a wave of breakthrough. For every act of trust, I will show you my faithfulness in greater measure. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not let this holy moment pass. Act now, for your breakthrough depends on it. Type Amen if you believe God is preparing something beautiful for your life, and share this message to bless someone's faith.